What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of This Is How I Do. This is episode number 5, and in this episode, we're going to talk about what happens if my item says it was delivered, but my item hasn't been delivered. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 5 of This Is How I Do, and I'm going to be talking about what happens if I order an item on eBay and it doesn't show up. It's been a couple of days. What do I do? You know, eventually we got to move somewhere. We got to do something. Unfortunately, sometimes what happens is that it does get lost. But I'm going to give you a couple options. I got some stuff written down, so if you wonder kind of why is he looking down, I got some notes here that I wanted to cover. But what happens sometimes is, matter of fact, shout out to Jean. Thank you, Jean, for your purchase. Jean is over in Puerto Rico, and her item hasn't showed up, which is why I decided to do that as a topic today. She purchased a really cool Imagine Dragons concert t-shirt, so it's on its way. It's making its way. It's kind of taking a little longer, but she contacted me and let me know, and we're going through the process that I'll actually talk about right now. And I wanted to share it with you guys. I actually had another topic that I was going to talk about, but this just happened today. I followed up with her, and I thought, what a great topic, because I'm sure this has happened to most anybody, or eventually it will happen to you if you shop online, particularly eBay. I have bought a few things on there, and it would happen with any other platform too, Amazon or Etsy or anywhere that requires the mail, because most people, especially if it's a smaller item, is going to use USPS, which is the United States Postal Service. So what you do typically, if you don't have an item as a buyer, you're gonna go purchase the item, and again, I'll use this term a lot, which is reputable buyers or experienced sellers. Reputable sellers, experienced sellers, seasoned sellers will kind of go through all the steps that you're supposed to do. So if you purchase an item, probably within a day or two, whatever they have set up as their processing time, they'll ship it, and it'll immediately show tracking on the item, and eBay will let you know, send you a message, and it'll say buyer has indicated that the item has been shipped, and shipping tracking number will be available. And in this case, we're gonna talk about a smaller package that's going, or it doesn't matter the size, but in this case, we're gonna talk about a package that's going USPS, United States Postal Service. So you'll have a tracking number. If you happen to click it right away, it'll say item has been shown as shipped, but we haven't checked it in yet. Well, this means the seller probably printed out the label, posted it on there, and waiting for the postman to pick it up, or he's going to take it to the post office later. So he takes it to the post office, it ships out. Not all post offices will track right away, will scan right away. I know that my local post office, when I drop stuff off, they're so busy there that they'll just kind of grab the whole box, grab the whole bundle, take it in, and start processing. Somewhere along the way, though, it will get scanned. Once it gets scanned, you'll get notified, or it'll show an update on the tracking. So if you go to your item and check the following day or in a couple of days, it'll show that it's in transit, and you can see where it's at. Now, sometimes, fast forward, let's say you go to your eBay one morning, you open it up, and it says, item was delivered yesterday. You go double check your mailbox because you checked it yesterday, but you'll go double check, maybe you missed something. You go back and it's not there, but it says that it was delivered. This is just the experiences that I've had. I'm sure there's many out there, but this is kind of how I've handled it myself, and kind of the things that have happened to me. I will usually give it an extra day. Sometimes it had happened where the postman scanned it as delivered, and he thought, it's a bigger package, I'm going to drive my truck around, because my postman just walks up and down the street, and he maybe decided that he didn't want to carry it because it was hot or it was raining and he didn't want to get wet. So he'll drive around and drop it off before he moves on to the next street. So what happens is, maybe he forgot. They got a lot of packages. They do a lot, you know. And he'll take it with him. And then when he gets back to the shop, he'll realize, oh, dang, I got an extra package. So it has happened where it's just, excuse me, delivered the next day. So I won't make a big deal about it the first day, whatever. If the next day still not delivered, I'll go check, and it'll show, obviously it'll still show that it was delivered. If it shows delivered, that means it was scanned locally to my place. So let's just say the seller is on the East Coast. I know it's not over there because it was scanned delivered. So somebody, it must be local. So what I do then is I call my local post office. with my tracking number handy. Probably not going to be a 1-800 number. It's going to be a number that has your local area code. So give them a call, let them know, and I tell them, hey, it shows delivered, and it said that it was delivered yesterday, and I still haven't got it. They'll ask you for the tracking, they'll ask you for your name and a callback number typically, and I've gotten 100% success in getting my package where I'll call back. And I'm sorry, they'll call me back and they'll say either the 2 or 3 times that it's happened, they said it's here in our shop. Would you like us to get it delivered, or would you like to come pick it up? And I'll usually say I'll go pick it up, because if it didn't get here the first couple of times, I'll just go get it. So when I go to the post office anyways to drop off my packages, I will show them my ID and they'll give me my package. Somehow, some way, it got left there and it wasn't delivered. I don't ask any questions. I don't get into it. I get there with a smile. I say thank you. I pick up my package and I'm ready to enjoy. Now, other times it has happened where, like in this case, it shows delivered, but it shows that it was insufficient information. It has happened where the label gets damaged along the way, maybe the address or the name. Obviously it was scanned, because it shows that in this case it was Puerto Rico. It does show that it was in Puerto Rico and it was scanned. But it has happened to me with other packages. I don't know this one yet because it hasn't been delivered. That the label gets damaged, wet, torn, whatever, and they can't read the name, they can't read the number, but it has been scanned. Again, it's probably local. So what I told Gene to do, and I've told other people to do, it's the same thing I did. Call your local post office, ask them. They'll probably be thankful because you came and you located the package. You asked about the package. We were wondering what address it was or what name it was, because it got damaged. So in this case, hopefully she calls and she'll see what's going on and we'll find out what it is. I have also had the situation where I sent something out, a package to a customer, and it just goes the other direction. I was supposed to send something here to California. Next thing you know, it's in Texas. Now it's making its way to Chicago. And I call the post office and they don't know what's going on. I call the main hub, which is the 1-800 number, and you'll find that on USPS.com. They track it, and for some crazy reason or another, the package got put into a bundle that got on a plane, went to Tejas, and then from there went to Chicago, and they scan it and it says, hey, this needs to go to California. So eventually it made its way back. As buyers, we have to understand, I understand that once it leaves the seller, yes, it is the seller's responsibility. I get that. But I also get that it's out of his hands, and we're trusting in our shipping and our carrier to get it to where it needs to be. So I like to give extra room for maybe it got into the wrong little canister with the wheels and it's out in Texas. I don't know. So we have to be patient as we're trying to find a way to locate our package. So this is what I would do. Like I said, I'd call my local post office first and see what they would say. At the same time, if it says delivered, I'll check my neighbors. I'll go ask them, hey, by any chance, did any package get delivered here? A lot of the times, the postal carrier is maybe new, or he's from another area that they brought him in because they were short, or he was a temp or something rather, where he might have put they deliver a lot of hundreds, if not thousands of packages daily or weekly, that it's a possibility that they might have put it in the wrong mailbox. So check your neighbors. Maybe they will have your package while you're tracking your other package. If the package is completely just lost, they can't find it, you asked your neighbors, they went and tracked it via the tracking number and they still can't find it, the best thing to do, and my beautiful daughter just walked in, I think she's doing shipping. You're taking shipping? Yeah. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. And I'm telling them if their packages get lost.
Oh, perfect.
So don't lose those packages. So what happens next? What do you do? I would at that point, if it was 3-4 days and the post office still can't find it, they don't know what's going on. There's also that slim possibility that it got stolen. It happens, unfortunately. Rare, but it does. I'm sure you've seen the videos and stuff. So what I would do is I'd contact the seller, but now I already have a history of what I've done. I called my local post office, I called the 1-800 number, and I still can't find it. So I would contact the seller via eBay, eBay messaging, and I'd let them know, hey, how's it going? First and foremost, type while you're smiling. You need to have a good attitude while you're contacting him, because remember, the seller did his job by packing it up and placing it in the mail. So you got to make sure that you come in real nice, and it helps. I've seen it help when I have already a proactive history that I've already done something. I called my local post office, I checked with my neighbors, just wanted to let you know that they still haven't had any luck finding my package. It said it was delivered on Monday. It's already Wednesday. Excuse me. So I just wanted to keep you in the loop. Back to the way I refer to sellers. Reputable seller, seasoned seller, good seller is usually going to show concern. Sorry to hear that. Please keep me posted. I'll call the post office too. And if as buyers, we show that we already put in some effort into trying to find it, more than likely a really good seller will also kind of get in right away and let me call and see what I can do and see if I could help locate this package. Worst case scenario, it gets lost. At least you're already in communication with your buyer. It's been, I don't know, let's just say worst case scenario, 7 to 10 days and the package is nowhere to be found. You're probably going to work it out with your seller. Again, if he's a seasoned seller, he knows what he's doing, he's been in business for a while, he's all about customer service, which most of them are. There's exceptions, of course, but most of them are. I would say that it's probably going to get solved in a heartbeat. A good thing, though, that if you do come in with effort in trying to find it, a lot of sellers will be at ease knowing that you're not trying to scam him or her. If you just by the first day or the first few hours shows it was delivered, it's just send them a message. Shows it was delivered and it's not here. Can I get a refund? It's like, well, unfortunately, us as sellers, we do get scammed every now and again. We hate to think, but it's rare, but we do. So if you come in with a really cool approach, let them know that you're a nice person and you're just trying to find your package. They'll know. That'll put them as sellers at ease, knowing that chances are I'm not getting scammed here. We just want to find this package. So, like I said, after that, be nice. Contact them again. I can't find it, and I'm sure you guys will be able to work it out. I hope this video helped. My goal was to give you some insight on kind of how it works and what you should do to try to find your package. Again, shout out to Gene in Puerto Rico. I hope we can find your shirt. It says that it's in Puerto Rico, but it's in transit. I have a feeling with kind of the verbiage I read there that it will get delivered today, if not by tomorrow. Another cool feature that I saw at the USPS.com website when tracking a package, you go copy your tracking number from eBay. You go post it in the little box that says tracking at USPS.com, and it'll show the information of the package, and then it'll give you an option whether you want to get information and check a little box, and it says text me updates. So you click that box, put in your telephone number, it'll send a confirmation text. You have to reply yes, and it will start showing you updates on that package and where it's at. So I did it to this particular package, and hopefully I'll get an update on whether it's delivered or it's not. At least we know that it's moving. As of today, it was moving. It was departed to destination or something rather. So it is moving. It's a little more nerve-wracking when it's just doesn't show any activity. So again, that's when you call. That's when, as a buyer, you get on the phone, and then you contact the seller, and usually he'll get on the phone too. I think that should do it. That gets us to the end of this video. I hope I gave you some good information on how to find a package if you can't find, if it says that it was delivered and you don't find it in your mailbox or in your doorstep. Thank you very much for watching. That was episode number 5 of This Is How I Do, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.